It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Oregon Ducks offense will have first crack at this one. As many good things as the Oregon coaching staff had done, they certainly had the monkey on their back. 0 for 3 against Washington in their first 2 years, all one-score games. They finally got it right a year ago, and you got to think the Dogs are now looking for payback.
Yeah, it was a 28-point beatdown. So they got the monkey off the back. Dan Lanning gets his first win versus Washington. This is always a great rivalry game, and Oregon got the momentum back in this series a year ago, Palmer.
Yeah, they did. They had great balance on offense, too. Remember Dylan Gabriel throwing it and Jordan James on the ground running it. So they're going to look to do a little bit more of that in this one today.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Moore will throw. Finds the tight end. Still running at the 40. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finds his tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Washington Huskies offense will get the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Makes the catch. It's Boston. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He's got it. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Running back searching for a hole. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Runs through a tackle. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Ducks will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Williams looking for a man. They'll run the screen. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Evans. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Off the play fake on first down, off the throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attack.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you,
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Williams will pass. Quick strike complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Catch in the middle. It's Green. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Just came out and fired a strike on the slant.
And those are tough catches to make because you know you're going to have that defender draped all over you. So you've got to have strong hands, and you saw that receiver plug the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Guess not all doinks are bad. Off the right, upright, and through. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner will be knocked down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Moore to the air. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on second down. They'll run the screen. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Ducks have this offense rolling. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he was just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So now on comes the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Got it behind the line. It's Boston. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Huskies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's Moore. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running it to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Under fire! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Williams will pass. Trying to beat the D deep. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield very late in the half. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They want to throw it. Lost one deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, they wait all year for this game, and the Ducks and Huskies could just give us one fun finish today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Still 2 quarters to go in this one between UW and Oregon, a treasured rivalry in both Seattle and Eugene.
The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Williams looking for a man. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double teamed because they can't block him.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for a pickup.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw's got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking for a gap. It's Hughes. He has the first and still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Running into the open space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Here's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Williams will pass. The throw. And that one's incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd and California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. Washington sends out the punt team. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
A hand to the running back. Oh, better look out! And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. The offense is going to stay on the field. They'll take a pass on the 55-yard field goal attempt. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Finds him out of the backfield. The Ducks will move the sticks.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down. Pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Looking for room. It's Hughes. Across the 25. He's got room. They're going to ride this running back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They get him down to this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over.
And they will score! Touchdown, Ducks!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Williams looking for a man. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his big tight end. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
And that is a huge conversion on third and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, first and goal.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Moore will throw. Trying to set up the screen. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Boston. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Williams will pass. Working that wide receiver screen. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They go to the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking deep down the right side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Here we go. Set. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Steps away. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this fourth down conversion. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for a crease to the left. Runs through the tackle.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, dominated,